For those that don't know me, which I admit is most, my name is Dustin Schemp. Except for a couple staple accounts, I spent my career leaving no trace on the internet, partly out of privacy, partly out of lack of excitement with social media. Now that I'm rebranding with a focus on board and executive governance, the lights are on and the branding campaign is beginning. Growing up, I worked in the family businesses. From the age of 12, I was told the A to Z of business operations, along with get to work. Those businesses being commercial greenhouses to compressed natural gas, from physically building the greenhouse to laying the gas lines that all pump the gas from the wells into the Texas pipeline. In fact, we're one of the few private companies to do so. And believe it or not, I can operate a dump truck and run about any heavy machinery. Although a technologist at heart, and perhaps back then persuaded by removing physical labor from my life, I dreamt of ways to remotely automate and implement tech. This grew into analyzing or modeling risk, from the bottlenecks down to physical surveillance. You'd be surprised who shows up in the middle of the night to sabotage equipment. Moving on to other endeavors and embracing that passion for technology, at one point I founded a boutique audio-video company. To my surprise, traction was quickly gained. However, equally surprised, the long-term happiness quota was not being fulfilled. Circling back to the tech umbrella, and as a hobby hacker for many years, I doubled down on security and risk, which can simply be defined as the unknown variance or deviation to projected revenue. This is a long-standing pain point that plagues risk management professionals today. Running through the gambits, I gained insight working for the world's fastest global satellite provider, a global auditing firm serving several hundred clients naturally, the largest internet backbone provider, and one of the largest healthcare systems. I was even NSA screened at one time, although I still do not really know what that means. Early on, though, a time came when the patterns and pain points emerged as clear as the sun. Taking this insight back into the family businesses, and for the first time, the risk variances were weighed along with the financials, the return on capital metric, or generically ROI. Currently, I'm a member of the usual suspects of board associations. I learned how they educate current and future board members. I see the best path forward is by enabling boards to understand technology governance, as we often see with the Silicon Valley startups, while others allow technology and risk to stifle innovation and growth. For me, this means operating as a board advisor and acting as a sitting member for those of my most interest, noting that training cannot be one and done, it must be ongoing until fulfilled, or to paraphrase Steve Wozniak, time is irrelevant, learning happens on its own timeline. Additionally, I should affirm there's not enough talent to go around. Therefore, it's not feasible for every company to have a dedicated expert on staff, hence why I feel advisory work to educate the board is how most will gain their governance knowledge, whereas some will obtain a sitting member. So here I am, pursuing board roles, forming an advisory group, among other endeavors, all with the caveat, when you are the commodity, time is a constraint.